Dalawa mo yan. Okay, so as a continuation with our discussion, of course, we have of course, the kind of injury according to the instrument used. Okay, of course, number one, pag sinabi nating blunt instrument class, ano yung kind of injury na mapoproduce niya? Sige, sa comment section para ano na rin, magkaroon tayo ng interaction. Okay, kapag using blunt instrument, ano yung kaniyang tinatawag natin na injury na mapoproduce niya ngayon? So what kind of injury is na mapoproduce ng blunt instrument? Mhm. Sige. Ano class? Ano yung blunt instrument? Hmm? O bakit naghang kayo? Anong instrument ang mapoproduce ng blunt instrument? Ay, anong instrument or anong injury ang mapoproduce ngayon ng blunt instrument? Okay. Bakit baseball bat? Okay, tandaan nyo, pag sinabi natin blunt instrument, of course, ang ma-produce na class is lacerated wound or laceration. Okay? Lacerated wound. Okay, very good. Okay, how about naman class, yung tinatawag natin na sharp edge instrument. Okay, yung sa edge ng instrument na to, of course, sharp. Okay, ano naman yung ma-produce niya class? Na injury. Okay, very good. Okay, mapuproduce niya yung end-sized wound. Okay? End-sized wound kasi yan yung injury na mapuproduce ng sharp edge instrument. Okay, how about naman yung tinatawag natin class na sharp pointed instrument. Okay? Pag sinabi natin sharp pointed instrument, what kind of what is this? What kind of injury ang mapuproduce niya? Or what kind of wounds rather? Okay. Of course, guys, kapag sharp-pointed instrument or kailangan natin ng punctured, okay? Of course, it will produces punctured wounds, okay? It will produce punctured wound. Okay, how about naman kapag yung kind of instrument used is a combination of two. So we have the sharp edge plus sharp-pointed instrument. What is that? Okay. Okay, of course, class, it is a stab wound. Okay, stab wound. Okay, how about naman class kapag rough object? Okay, halimbawa kapag rough object, halimbawa yung paa mo, okay, na ano ka, na outbalance, tapos on the rough object, what is that? What kind of instrument used? Okay, so that is abrasion or abrasion or abrasion. Okay, abrasion wound. Okay, very good. Ang gagaling ng student ko ha. Okay, so that is abrasion wound. Okay, so ulitin natin ha. So again, as to the kind of instrument used or kung ano yung magiging or ano yung ma-produce niya na injury or ano ma-produce niya na wound. Of course, kapag ginamitan natin ng blunt instrument class, tandaan nyo lang, it will produce the lacerated wound. Again, ang blunt instrument, it produced a lacerated wound. While ang sharp edge instrument, of course, it will produce incised wound. Again, ang sharp edge instrument, it will produce incised wound. Ang sharp pointed instrument naman, ang produce na wound is the punctured wound. While kapag combination of the two, the sharp edge plus sharp pointed instrument, of course, it will produce stab wound. And of course, kapag rough object naman, it will produce abrasion or abrasion wounds. Nakuha niyo? Nasundan ba? Okay, so of course, very basic yan pagdating sa board exam, no? So dapat don't forget yung mga ating, ito. Of course, we have the types of wounds, okay? So meron tayong types of wounds class. So we have, of course, una, we have the closed wound. Ang closed wound, of course, that is superficial closed wound and deep closed wound. Meron tayong tinatawag na petechiae, contusion or bruises, hematoma or blood cyst, sprain, fracture, discoloration, concussion, and internal hemorrhage. Tanong nyo class, kapag sa closed wound, ibig sabihin, yung injury is hindi natin makikita, of course, external, hindi sa labas, di ba? Okay, pero ang pinaka-focus dito yung internal hemorrhage. Ibig sabihin, yung injury or the damage doon sa loob ng parts natin or body parts, okay? So, ang halimbawa ng internal hemorrhage, Okay, so hindi wala tayong makikita, baka yung nagkakaroon ng blood clot, di ba? So that is the closed wound class. Ibig sabihin, walang openings, walang hiwa. So that is the closed wound, okay? So yan. Next, of course, we have the open wound. Ang open wound naman, of course, we have the incised, lacerated, punctured, stab wounds, pollution and gunshot and shotgun wounds. So of course, kapag open wounds, makikita natin yung hiwa, makikita natin yung injury external, okay, sa labas. Okay, between the closed wound class and open wound, ano yung mas delikado dito sa dalawa? Sino ang mas delikado or mas delikado ba ang closed wound or mas delikado ang open wound? Sige nga, tingnan natin. Okay, of course, class, ang pinakadelikado dyan, class, is yung tinatawag natin na closed wound, di ba? Akala natin, di ba, walang sugat sa or walang injury. Bigla-bigla na lang natin na nahimatay siya or bigla-bigla na lang natin na outbalance. So that's why it is a closed wound, class. Ang mas delikado, di ba? So akala mo okay lang. Yun pala, meron na palang injury sa loob. So kaya klase, mas maganda pa 'di ba na makita natin visible yung injury compare or kaysa sa makita natin na okay naman siya, pero yun pala meron pa lang sa loob. Okay ba? Tinatago na hindi maganda or merong injury pala na hindi. Of course, ang close wound class, pag sinabi natin petechiae, ang petechiae, of course, there is a subcutaneous tissue or the extravasation of blood, okay, sa loob. Okay, petechiae, subcutaneous tissue. While ang contusion naman or yung tinatawag natin na bruise or yung bruises, okay, that is the discoloration of tissue due to the extravasation of blood. Di ba kapag nadapa tayo class, di ba? Tapos rough object, nagkakaroon tayo ng bruises, okay? Tapos merong mga blood na maliliit, okay? Merong mga blood na maliliit tapos, 'di ba? Nagda-dark spots, okay? So that's why it is the contusion. Discoloration of the tissue. Kasi may namumuo doon pero kokonti lang class ng mga wound ay ng mga blood. Pwede rin nating hugasan. Okay? Of course, close wound 'yan. Unlike yung internal hemorrhage na malaki talaga, 'di ba? Then we have the hematoma. Ang hematoma, that is the large extravasation of blood, discoloration and effusion of blood underneath the tissue, hematoma. Okay. Then of course, the sprain. Ang sprain class, that is the straining or tearing of the articular tendons, ligaments, and muscles. Okay? So pagkapunit or strain, di ba? Ang dislocate naman, of course, yung position niya is hindi na sa particular position ng naturang tinatawag natin na muscle. Okay? So again, ang petechiae, ang tanda nyo lang, subcutaneous tissue or the extravasation of blood. Ang contusion, of course, that is the bruise or discoloration of tissue due to the extravasation of blood pa rin. While ang hematoma, large extravasation of blood. Ang sprain, tanda nyo lang straining or tearing. Okay? Tearing of the articular tendons, ligaments, and muscles. That is sprain. Okay? Then of course, we have the fracture. Ang fracture class, ibig sabihin, ano talaga, there is a breaking of the bone, di ba? Breaking of the bone, lalo na kapag basketball player ka, di ba? So, nagkakaroon palagi ng mga fracture, di ba? Medyo delikado class, di ba? Kapag may fracture na sa thighs mo or sa ano, hindi ka na pwedeng makapasok sa tinatawag natin na sa army or PNP. So, kapag may fracture, di ba? Then, of course, ang dislocation, tandaan nyo lang class, displacement of the bones. Displacement, ibig sabihin, ano di ba, supposedly, ito yung muscle mo, dito yan ang original niya, pumunta dito sa kabila. So that's why it is the displacement or the dislocation of the bones. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya sa normal niya na location. So, ibig sabihin, na-displace, di ba? Na-dislocate. Diba palagi natin, na-dislocate. Ibig sabihin, yung ibang muscle niya, hindi na yan ng proper placing. Okay? The displacement of the muscles. Then we have the cerebral concussion. Ang cerebral concussion naman, class, condition ng brain yan resulting from sudden jarring or stunning of the brain. Okay? Cerebral concussion. Okay? So ang internal hemorrhage naman, the bleeding usually in the cavity of organs inside the body. Walang bleeding na makikita sa labas, kundi sa loob ng katawan. Okay, that is the internal hemorrhage. Okay, nakuha ba? Okay, please pakibasa ulit class ng mga keywords natin dito para masundan ninyo. Oh, nandito na pala si Che. Che? Che
Hi,
Canoy.
sir.
Hello, okay. Nakamubo na ba si Che? Wala pa. Okay. Sige, Che, pakibasa muna ng ano natin. Okay. Uh,
Saan
ulit.
dyan, sir? Hindi pa din eh.
Sige.
Ito yung babasahin ko, sir, yung question.
Ay, hindi. Ito
Ito
lang,
yung
ito.
mo?
Para ulitin natin. Maulit.
Ah, okay.
Okay, sige,
Fra
go ahead.
fracture, breaking of the bone, dislocation, displacement of the bones, cerebral confusion, condition of the brain resulting from sudden jarring or stunning of the brain, internal hemorrhage, the bleeding usually in the cavity of organs inside the body.
Okay, so ayan, very good. Okay, again, pag sinabi natin fracture class, tandaan nyo lang na keyword dyan, breaking of the bone, dislocation, displacement of the bones, cerebral confusion, condition of the brain, or sudden jarring or stunning of the brain. While ang internal hemorrhage, there is a bleeding, but matatagwan natin inside the body. Okay, so please, of course, i-ano nyo yung class, ulitin nyo mamaya yung ating discussion para ma-double, ano ninyo, ma-double check and of course ma-retain sa utak ninyo. Okay, dito next natin na mag-discuss si maghanap tayo dito. Si Valdez. Leonard Valdez. Leonard Valdez. Nandito ba si Valdez? Nandito pa ba? Bakit hindi sumasagot? Okay, si Richard Rafael. Rafael?
Meron sir, dito.
Okay, nandiyan na pala. Sorry. Okay, sige, go ahead.
It is a condition of a female who did not experience sexual intercourse in her life. A. Virginity. A. Deploration. C. Virgo intacta. D. My virginity.
Okay, so yan. Okay, so ang virginity ba class, matatawag ba natin or pwede ba natin ma-apply sa lalaki? Pwede ba? Pwede ba ma-apply ang virginity sa lalaki? Okay, of course hindi. Okay, so hindi natin pwedeng ma-apply sa lalaki class. So sinabi niya, it is the condition of a female who did not experience sexual intercourse in her life. Okay, what is your answer class? Okay, so it is the condition of a female who did not experience sexual intercourse in her life. Oh no! Parang kinabahan ako sa mga sagot nyo class Okay. Bakit wala nakakuha ng tamang sagot dito? Ano nangyayari sa inyo? Very basic yung tanong di ba? Bakit may sumagot ng ano, tingnan ko bakit may mga okay, may sumagot ng Virgo intacta, Virgo intacta, ayan, patay. Ano nangyayari sa inyo? Okay, sinabi niya, it is the condition of a female or it is the condition of the woman who did not experience sexual intercourse in her life. Okay, so bakit sinagot niyo ang Virgo intacta? Are you not familiar with Virgo intacta? Okay, mamaya explain natin. Of course, class, that is virginity. Okay? Tandaan nyo, it is the condition of a female or it is the condition of a woman who did not experience sexual intercourse in her life. So that is virginity. Nakuha ba? Kaya tinawag natin na hindi virgin ang lalaki or hindi natin pwedeng tawagin na virgin ang lalaki kasi let's go back to the basic. Sinabi niya ang virginity is the condition of a female. Nakalagay ba dyan condition of the male? Ibig sabihin, hindi natin pwedeng i-apply ang term na virginity sa lalaki. Nakuha niyo? Again, ang virginity, it is only applicable sa tinatawag natin na female. Intakta yung sir, yung di pa nakapanganak. Sige, mamaya explain natin rin yan one by one. Okay? So again, ang sagot natin dito class, that is virginity. Condition of the woman who did not experience sexual intercourse in her life. So that is virginity. Okay, so that is letter A. Kasi, okay. So we'll already discuss this one kanina class. Okay, so yan. So dito tayo sa virginity. So again, pag sinabi natin virginity, it is the state of the woman or it is the condition of a woman who has never engaged in sexual intercourse. So that is virginity. So kapag lalaki ka, wag mo sabihin na virgin ka. Okay? Kasi of course, that is only the condition of the woman. Okay? Na wala siya naka-experience ng any sexual intercourse in her life. Okay, ang term na virgin class, it is originally referred to sexually inexperienced women but has evolved to encompass a range of definition. Of course, there are different definition as found in traditional, modern, and ethical concept. The word virgin comes from the Old French virgin with letter E, from the root word of Latin virgo or genitive virgins, meaning literally maiden or virgin. Diba? Maiden name. Ibig sabihin, dalaga pa siya, di ba? Maiden or virgin. So, ang virgin, a sexually intact young woman or sexually inexperienced woman. Again, ang virgin, a sexually intact young woman or sexually inexperienced woman. Ibig sabihin, wala pa talaga siya or hindi pa talaga siya naka-encounter ng sexual intercourse throughout her existence or throughout her life. Okay, yan yung tinatawag natin na virginity. Nasundan ninyo? Nasundan ba? Okay pa kayo dyan? Okay. Okay na class? Okay na? Okay, sige. Next tayo. Of course, we have the kinds of virginity. Dito na natin malalaman bakit nagkamali kayo. Pag sinabi natin kinds of virginity, of course, una dyan, so we have the moral virginity. Of course, ang moral virginity, it is the state of not knowing the nature of sexual life at not having inexperience or experience sexual relation. So ang moral virginity class, of course, di ba, dumaan tayo dito lahat sa moral virginity or yung mga babae pala. Siyempre, yung mga bata kayo, di ba? Sa mga babae, hindi nila alam, okay, na merong ganon, innocent mind. Di ba, nung mga bata kayo, halimbawa, sila Hana, sila Che, hindi nila alam na may ganon. Alam niyo ba yung may ganon? Di ba, nung mga bata kayo, di ba, wala kayong pakialam kung nakahubad ba kayo or hindi. Okay, kasi hindi natin po yung sabihin sa lalaki to eh. Kasi sa babae lang to eh, ang virginity. Diba? So yan yung tinatawag natin na moral virginity. Nung nagdalaga na, okay, we are, of course, you are already aware. So that's why ang moral virginity class, innocent mind, sabi ni Leonardo Verdes. You are not aware with the nature of sexual life. Okay? So wala kayong pakialam, di ba? Kasi of course, wala pa yan sa kokote ninyo. Okay? So that is moral virginity. Ang physical virginity naman, of course, the condition of the woman whereby a woman is conscious of the nature of the sexual life but not experience sexual intercourse, di ba? Nung medyo nagkaisip ka na, alam mo na may ganun pala, pero of course wala ka pang experience in the sexual intercourse or in a sexual life. That is a physical virginity. Okay, so next. Of course, we have the true physical virginity class. Under the physical virginity class, we have the true physical virginity. Okay, ang physical virginity class, the hymen is intact. Of course, with the edges distinct and regular and opening is small to barely admit the tip of the smallest finger of the examiner even if the thighs are separated. Ibig sabihin, class, ang true physical virginity, the hymen is intact. While ang false virginity class, the hymen is unruptured but the orifice is wide and elastic to admit two or more fingers of the examiner with a lesser degree of resistance. Okay, dito sa false virginity class, ano yung cause bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng false virginity? Ibig sabihin, virgin pa rin yan siya class, wala pa siyang experience ng sexual intercourse, pero ang kanyang vagina orifice is wide and elastic. Bakit may ganon? Ano yung cause ng ganon? Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na, of course, yung pagbabae. Okay, so yung pagbabae class. Kaya di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na true physical virginity, di ba? Sabi nila, kapag dumugo, di ba? true physical virginity. Ang false virginity, hindi dumugo class kasi the hymen is wide. But of course, still virgin pa rin yan siya class. So of course, merong mga factors na kino-consider natin dyan. Okay? So wala namang bata dito, di ba? Wala namang bata. Okay. So lahat naman kayo nasa tamang edad na, no? Or may mga anak na, wala pa naman. Okay. So yun class 17. Ay, 17 pa lang si Che. Grabe no, 17 pa lang si Che. Magte-take na ng board exam. Ang maraming isip bata daw dito. Okay, kaya class so we have the true physical virginity and of course the false virginity. Baby pa daw si si JB. Ano yan? Bibitayin? Okay, so again, ang true physical virginity, the hymen is intact. Ang false virginity, of course, unruptured yung hymen, but the orifice is wide and elastic. But still, okay, bibilogin ka na naman. So, ayan. So, yan yung false virginity and physical virginity. Okay, then we have the demi-virginity. Ang demi-virginity class, okay, so permits any form of sexual liberties as long as they abstain from rupturing the hymen by sexual act. Okay, ang demi-virginity, of course, class yung pinapayagan niya yung sexual liberties as long as hindi or ma-abstain or maiwasan yung pag-rupture ng hymen. Ibig sabihin, ano lang, romance. Okay, ibig sabihin hanggang romansa lang, di ba? So, ganun. Basta walang hindi pwedeng aabot or hindi ma-rupture yung hymen. So, that is demi-virginity. Nakuha ninyo? Nasundan ninyo? Or na-imagine nyo? So, imagination ang limit class kapag ganitong subject. Okay, so ang demi-virginity, ayan, sexual liberties, hanggang ano lang, hanggang romansa or romance, okay? But of course, they abstain or iniiwasan yung pag-rapture ng hymen. So that is demi-virginity. Parang ano class? Parang half-body. Half-body, virgin, lower body is, yung sa upper body, not virgin, the lower body is virgin. Napa, nasundan ninyo? Natulog kayo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Akala ko natulog kayo. Okay, so that is the demi-virginity. Okay, so yan. Hana. Okay, next. Okay, so we have, of course, yung tinatawag natin na Virgo intacta. Okay, bakit kayo nagkamali dito sa Virgo intacta class? Bakit nabila ko kanina, sinagot nyo doon na state of a woman. Virgo intacta yung sagot nyo. Ang Virgo intacta class, it is applied to a woman. Kumbaga, meron na siyang sexual intercourse or naka-experience na siya ng sexual intercourse but not yet given birth. Sorry. Again, ulitin natin, ang Virgo intacta, yung babae or the woman or the women have had already previous sexual intercourse. Ibig sabihin, experience na siya class but not yet given birth. Wala pa or hindi pa siya nanganganak. Okay? So that is what we call the Virgo intacta. Naka? Then of course, we have the defloration. It is the laceration or the rupture of the hymen as a result of the sexual intercourse. Diba? Lalo na kapag virgin, magkakaroon ng defloration, laceration or rupture of the hymen. Okay, anong tawag natin class ng pag sinabi nating defloration? Ano yung other term for defloration? Okay, so ano yung other term for defloration class? Please answer on the comment section. What is the other term for defloration? Okay. Alam na alam to ni ano, alam na alam to ni ano Ni sino? Okay? Bakit walang sumasagot? Okay, what is the other term for defloration class? What is that? Anong semiloya? Anong sirit? Oh. Again, sige isipin nyo. What is the other term for defloration? Okay, carnal knowledge. Okay, bakit carnal knowledge? Okay, tandaan nyo class, pag sinabi nating pag sinabi nating defloration, that is deflowering, okay? Okay, deflowering ang tawag natin diyan. Tandaan nyo first time you wanna encounter 'yan. Okay, kapag tanong sa board exam it is the deflowering. Ibig sabihin, you have sexual intercourse with a woman na wala pang experience. Okay, that is deflowering. Okay, so yan, the laceration of the rupture hymen as a result of the sexual intercourse. Okay, deflowering. Okay na ba? Okay na? Okay, so of course, okay, so we have the sexual perversions. Okay, number one, of course, pag sinabi nating sexual perversion, it derived from the Greek root words meaning alongside of and love. Okay, sexual perversions. Okay, alongside of and of course love. Okay, pag sinabi nating paraphilia class, what is paraphilia? What is paraphilia? What is paraphilia under the sexual perversion? Of course, are you familiar with paraphilia? Hindi ba?
Gapantasya.
Fantasya.
Fantasize.
Okay. Ang paraphilia, of course, that is also or that was previously known as sexual perversion and sexual deviation. Okay. So it is an experience of an intense sexual arousal to atypical objects, situation, fantasies, behaviors, or individuals. Yan yung tinatawag natin na paraphilia. Okay. Experience. That is the express or the experience of intense sexual arousal. Pwedeng object, situation, fantasies, behavior, or individuals. Nasundan ninyo? Nakuha ba? Nakuha ba? Nakuha ba? Okay, so that is deviation. Okay. Okay, next tayo. Okay, so we have the sexual deviation. Of course, pag sinabi natin homosexuality, what is homosexuality? Okay, so what is homosexuality, class? Okay, what is homosexuality? Sige nga, sagutan ninyo. Okay, pag sinabi natin homosexuality, of course, that is the sexual desire towards same sex, okay? Male to male, female to female. That is homosexuality. Pag sinabi kasi natin homo, one, di ba? So that's why it is the what we call homosexuality. Okay? That is the sexual desire toward the same sex. Okay? So yan. Yan yung tinatawag natin na homosexuality. How about naman yung infantosexuality? Infantosexuality. Infanto. What is infantosexuality? Of course, di ba? Pag sinabi natin infant or infant, ibig sabihin child, okay? So it is the sexual desire towards an immature person, di ba? Immature person. Of course, pag sinabi natin pedophilia, okay, yan yung tinatawag natin infantosexuality. Okay, so of course, towards children. Okay, so infantosexuality. Wala namang ganun dito sa inyo, no? Yung infantosexuality? Yung pedophile, wala naman? Okay, so infantosexuality. Okay, children or immature person. Mukha ba? Okay, next we have the bestosexual. Okay, ano naman yung bestosexual class? Yung mga mahilig na sa senior high dyan, sino? Okay, ang bestosexual naman to. Okay, what is the bestosexual class? What is bestosexual? Okay. Okay, of course, there is a sexual desire towards animals that is known as bestiality. Okay. Hayop daw siya, sabi ni Che. Hindi pa talaga nakamove on si Che, no? From from November 1. Okay. So yan. Bestosexual. Okay, next tayo. After that, so we have what we call the autosexuality. What is autosexuality naman? O may pinaghuhugutan siguro si Che. Okay, what is autosexuality? Okay, so what is autosexuality, class? Autosexual. What is autosexuality? Attracted to themselves? Ano yun? Hindi kayo familiar sa autosexuality? Saan planeta kayo? Ano yung autosexuality, class? Saan na yun sila? Bakit dalawa lang yung sumasagot? Bakit wala? Again, ano yung autosexuality? Again, no idea? Autosexuality? Okay. Gawain mo to, hindi nyo alam. Okay, joke na. Okay, of course, that is masturbation, di ba? That is self-gratification class or also known as masturbation. Okay, so ibahin lang pala or kapag ang tanong sa board exam, autosexuality, walang makakasagot pala. Okay, so dapat kahit anong class, kahit anong term ang ibabato sa inyo sa board exam, dapat masagutan ninyo. Okay, again, pag sinabi natin autosexuality, that is self-gratification or also known as masturbation or tinatawag rin yan minsan na self-abuse. Okay? Self-abuse. Okay, so that is autosexuality. Nakuha na? Nakuha na ba? Bakit na-puzzle kayo, class? Okay, so self-abuse or autosexuality. Okay, so that is masturbation. Okay, next. We have the gerontophilia. Okay, pag sinabi naman natin gerontophilia, what is gerontophilia? Okay, what is gerontophilia? What is gerontophilia, class? Of course, that is the sexual desire towards an older person. Again, pag sinabi natin gerontophilia, that is the sexual desire towards an older person. Okay, so senior citizen, pumatol ka na ba, James Ayan? Hindi pa naman? Okay. So again, pag sinabi natin gerontophilia, that is towards older person. Okay, how about naman yung necrophilia?
Ayop.
Sa sugar mommy, sugar daddy.
Necrophilia.
Okay, ang necrophilia naman, how about necrophilia? Okay, that is the sexual desire towards a corpse or cadaver or yung dead body. So that is what we call the necrophilia. Okay, by erotic sexual desire towards a corpse or a dead body. Okay, so yan yung necrophilia. Okay, next, we have the incest. What is incest? What is incest, class? INCEST. What is incest?
Incest.
That is? Bakit pinsan? Grabe naman si JB, oh. Pinsan talaga yung napili. Okay. So, yan yung tinatawag natin na, of course, that is the sexual relation by reason of blood. Okay? So, yan yung tinatawag natin na incest. Okay? The sexual relation by reason of blood. Okay? Nakuha na? Okay. So, yan. Okay. Family STR na. Okay. So, yan ang incest natin. Okay. Puso ng bata ka. Bakit nauso, JB? Okay, so again, we have the autosexuality, masturbation, gerontophilia, older person, necrophilia, corpse or cadaver, incest naman by reason of blood. Okay? Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na incest. Okay? Sexual relation by reason of blood. Wala daw masagot si Lauren sa part na to. Bakit? Bakit anong nangyari kay Lawrence? We have the satyriasis. What is satyriasis, class? Alam na dapat ng mga babae. What is satyriasis?
The definition of satyriasis, uncontrollable or excessive sexual desire in a man.
Okay, bakit merong nag-ano doon? Okay, of course, that is the excessive sexual desire. Okay? Nasa mga lalaki, class. SM. SM ang dapat yung tandaan nyo na SM. Ibig sabihin ng satyriasis, that is the excessive sexual desire for men. Okay? SM. Okay. Sinabi ko lang na alam ng babae, bakit sinabi yung babae? Supermarket? Charot. May nalalaman pang charot si Cheo. Again, satyriasis, that is the excessive sexual urge of men. How about naman yung nymphomania, class? What is nymphomania? What is nymphomania? Okay, what is nymphomania? Bakit walang sumasagot? Okay, so what is the, okay. Of course, that maniac na babae. Okay, that is the excessive sexual urge of a woman. Okay? Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na nymphomanias. So yung mga babae, of course, di ba, parang mamamatay na yung mga lalaki, gusto niya pa rin. Di ba? Nasa, kumaga, 12 rounds. Okay, so yan, bugaw. Ito naman. Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na nymphomania, class. Okay? Excessive sexual urge of woman. Di ba? Kapag sa lalaki, yung sinasabi nila na ihi lang yung pahinga sa satyriasis. Ang nymphomania naman, excessive sexual urge of women. Okay. Yes. Okay, baka merong condition kayo dyan, ha? Ito yung class. Ito yung abnormal sexual condition ng babae kapag kumaga uhaw na uhaw. Okay. Excessive sexual urge of women. Walang satyriasis, of course, that is the excessive urge of men. Okay, so yun. Satyriasis for male, nymphomania for women. So that's why SM, di ba? Satyriasis men, nymphomania women. Okay, but of course, abnormal sexual condition yan, class. Okay, ibig sabihin, sobra-sobra, no? Hindi na siya normal. Di ba? Ang normal, isa lang, okay? Or twice. So that is nymphomania and satyriasis. Okay, how about sadism? Ano naman yung tinatawag natin na sadism? Sino naman yung sadism na to? Okay, pag sinabi natin sadism, what is sadism? Okay, pag sinabi natin sadism, of course, yan yung tinatawag natin na active algolania. Okay? So that is the infliction of pain on another necessary for sexual enjoyment. Diba? Imbes na makipag, of course, sexual intercourse na siya agad-agad, okay, mag-inflict muna siya ng physical pain, okay, para ma-fulfill yung kanyang sexual gratification, or inflicts pain to gain pleasure. So that is what we call the active algolania, or the infliction of pain of another or necessary for sexual enjoyment. That is sadism. Okay, so sadism ang tawag natin dyan. Nakuha ba? Nakuha, class? Nakuha ninyo? So, ayan, inflict pain or inflict pain to gain, okay, to gain pleasure. Okay, that is sadism. Okay, how about naman yung tinatawag natin na masochism? Okay, sino naman yung tinatawag natin na masochism? Di ba? We have the sadomasochism. So, ano naman yung masochism, class? Kung si sadism, siya yung nagbibigay or nag-inflict ng pain, how about naman yung tinatawag natin na sadism? Okay? Sino naman yung sinatawag natin na sadism? Ayan. Okay. Okay. So of course class, ang tinatawag natin na masochism, of course siya naman yung tinatawag natin na passive. Okay? Passive algolania or the infliction of pain by another necessary for sexual enjoyment, the one who receives the pain. Okay, tandaan nyo ang tinatawag natin na masochism, the one who receives the pain, yan yung passive. Okay? Passive algolania. Okay, kung tandaan niyo, di ba sa 50 Shades of Grey, so yan yung pinaka-example natin ng sadomasochism. Sino doon si ano? Sino doon si sadism? Yung lalaki ba o yung babae? Dalawa kasi yung kanilang sexual condition doon, yung abnormal sexual condition. Sino yung ano doon? Sino yung sadism sa dalawa? Okay, sino ang sadism? Okay, yung boy yung sadism. How about yung masochism? Okay, how about yung masochism? Okay, so di naman niya gusto niya saktan siya, no choice lang. Hindi no, no choice lang ba siya? Okay? Di pasok yung ano. Hindi ko kasi napanood yun eh. Kasi inosente ako, hindi ko alam talaga eh. Hindi daw. Si Che siguro alam niya. Okay, kaya
No,
siguro
may innocent living.
sabi ni Che ano daw, hindi niya naman daw gustong saktan siya, pero no choice lang siya. Pero still tinanggap niya pa rin. Okay? Tinanggap niya pa rin, no? So parang nag-enjoy naman siya. So kaya papasok pa rin siya sa masochism. Kontrahin natin yung sinabi ni Che. Pero napanood niyo ba 'yon? Napanood niyo boys? Hindi. Hindi ko napanood kasi eh. Napanood niyo ba? Hindi no? Hindi ba?
Hindi, sir.
Hindi. Hindi ko rin kaya hindi ako makaano eh. Kaya ang alam ko lang doon, sila yung best example ng ano eh ng sadomasochism. Ang active doon yung sadism, ang passive of course the masochism. Trailer lang. Okay. Ako rin eh naiinip ako manood ng ganon yung trailer lang. Gusto ko yung ano na, yung pinaka-climax. Kaya hindi ko masyadong napanood 'yon. Okay, si Che siguro yung ano, si Che siguro yung naka ano, fast forward daw sabi ni Clencho. Kaya very observant yan si Che eh. Okay? So again, pag sinabi natin sadism, that is the active one. Ang masochism, that is the passive. Ang active, ibig sabihin siya yung nagbibigay ng pain before the sexual intercourse. While ang masochism, nag-enjoy siya na sinasaktan siya. Okay? That is masochism. Okay? So, baka si Che lang yung nanood dito, no? So, bibigyan natin siya ng ano, ng credit for that. Kasi mga inosente tayo kaya wala, nakakatamad manood ng ganun. Okay, so yun. Sana nag-enjoy daw na sinasaktan. Okay, next. Okay, how about naman class yung fetishism? Ano naman yung tinatawag natin na fetishism? Sino naman to? Sige, on the comment section. Fetish, okay, fetishism. Okay, sino naman yung tinatawag natin na fetishism? Okay, so pag sinabi natin fetishism, of course, that is the sexual perversion class wherein the real or fantasy of an object or bodily part. Ano yung example nito, class? Okay, yung fetishism. Okay, sige nga, magbigay kayo. Fetishism, the sexual perversion real or fantasy or on the object or bodily part. What is that? Or ano yung example nito ng fetishism? Okay, anong body parts? Okay? So, fetishism, halimbawa, di ba, yung sa misis mo, yung body parts niya or yung ano mo. So, that is fetishism. That is your fetishism, guys. Okay, sexual perversion. Kapag nakita mo lang, ano na, okay, okay na. Okay. Sinuot mo yung panty ng asawa mo. Grabe naman si JB. Gawain mo ba yan? Hindi naman. Okay, so sexual perversion class, real or fantasy on an object or bodily part of your ano, halimbawa yung sa misis mo class or sa ano mo, sa partner mo, yung fantasy mo is yung kanyang dibdib, di ba? Or yung kanyang butt. That is fetishism, bodily part. Merong particular, okay, alam ni JB, no? Okay? So baka sinusuot niya panty ng misis niya. Okay. Okay, so yung body parts ng katawan ng partner niyo class, yun yung fetish mo. Ibig sabihin, kumaga doon ka kumaga mas nag-active, okay? So yan, alam ni JB, no? So ano na natin, si JB na talaga yung ano, yung idol natin ngayon. Okay, fetishism of an object or bodily part. Okay, so next. Yung sinabi naman ni JB na sinusuot mo yung panty ng asawa mo, transvestism naman yon. Okay, joke lang. Okay. Okay, naghanap ng example. Okay, next tayo. Dito tayo. What is the Pygmalionism? Okay, ano naman yung Pygmalionism, guys? Pygmalionism. Okay, magbigay ka ng what is Pygmalionism? Meron kayong idea? Okay, that is the sexual deviation whereby a person has sexual for statute. Diba? For statute. Halimbawa, yung statute ni Jose Rizal, okay, binubutasan mo, tapos pinapasok mo yung ari mo doon. yung plug pole, ginagawa mong butas, ginagawa mo ng butas. Sino ba yung hindi ko kasi matukoy kung sino yung gumagawa niyan. Si ano ba? Si JB pa rin? Siya ba? Grabe. Sino yung class? Sino yung may ganong sexual condition? Ang pangit naman yung gano'n, no? Yung, uh, okay. Ano yun? Sino yung class? Meron ba gumagawa dito? Yung sexual deviation, a person has sexual for statute. Hindi lang sa lalaki, sa babae rin. Ano ba sa babae? Nakakita siya ng statute na nakahubad. Okay? So kinikis-kis-kis niya, that is Pygmalionism. Any example, Sir JB? Yes, abnormal talaga ang tawag natin doon, Hana. Kaya 'di ba? That is the abnormal sexual condition. Okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya normal. Okay? So 'di ba, meron bang normal na tao na gagawing tawag nito, sex toys or yung yung statute, 'di ba? Of course, ayan, si Rafael, baka ginagawa, kinikis-kis-kis-kis mo, that is Pygmalionism. Kapag may ganun kayo class, dapat magpatingin kayo sa doktora. Okay, baka nandun, may ganun si Rafael. Baka nakarelate siya, dapat magpatingin na kayo class, baka medyo may problema na. So baka sa dabi mo naman ng sakit, no? Tapos nakuha mo pa, ano yung sakit mo, pre? Pygmalionism. Okay, Pygmalionism. Social yun, hindi niya alam. Yun pala, there is the sexual deviation towards the statute. Yung mannequin sa mall. Okay. Magaling talaga to si JB magbigay ng example eh. Baka parang mga true to life, no? Real life experience. Yung mga binibigay na example ni JB. Yung mannequin daw sa mall. Okay, tama naman yun. Okay. So, real life experience yung mannequin sa mall. Okay. Galing talaga niya, no? True to life, di ba? Baka kaya pala siguro nawawala yung mga mannequin sa SM, di ba? Yun pala natatagpuan nila sa dressing room. Alam na natin, meron na tayong hint. Siguro gawain to ni JB ba? Okay, so alam niyo na class kung bakit nawawala yung ibang doon sa mall. So alam niyo na? So yan yung tinatawag natin na pygmalionism, okay? Sexual deviation whereby a person, of course, meron siyang kumbaga abnormal sexual condition class. Imbis na real life or yung real na babae or real na tao, ang kanyang kumbaga ang kanyang gusto yung mga statue, di ba? Ang pangit naman. Huwag naman umabot ka sa ano ninyo, um, sasabihin na ano yung sakit mo pre? Fetishism. Sa'yo, pygmalionism, di ba? Medyo social pero masyadong ano yan, kumbaga abnormal, okay? So fetishism, pygmalionism sa statute na yan, class. Okay, how about naman kapag protage? Okay, ito, baka meron namang example si JB dyan. Ano naman yung protage? Okay. Ang protage naman class, ano naman? Anong sexual deviation naman yan? Ano yung sexual perversion na yan? Kapag protage? Ano yan sa prutas? Ano? Bakit walang sumasagot? Okay, si Richard, si Valdez, si Che, si Clench. Okay, pag sinabi natin protage, ano yan? Baka gawain nyo to eh. So what is protage? What is protage class? Di ko na alam yan. Kunwari daw hindi alam, no? Okay, kunwari hindi alam nila yung protage eh, pero alam nila to. Ano yung protage class? Sige, what is protage? What is protage? Okay, anong groping? Okay. Grabbing sa clothes, sir. Okay, ang protage class, ibig sabihin, of course, that is the compulsive desire of a person to rub his sixth organ on some part of the body of another. Okay? Di ba nangyayari ito kapag nakasakay ka minsan sa bus or sa jeep? Okay? That is protage. Okay? So, kinikis-kis mo yung sex organ mo, yung ari mo sa part ng, of course, ng another person. So, that is protage. Okay? So, yan. Protage. May gumagawa ba nito? Wala. Ibig sabihin, magpatagin na kayo sa ano ha. Baka kailangan nyo na ma-mental, dalhin sa mental hospital. Okay, so yan yung protage natin. Ano yung grouping na sabi ni Mondelo? Nakuha na ba? Okay, that is protage. Nandito pa ba si Sir Lloyd de la Torre? Wala. Okay, nakuha niya na class? Nakuha na ba? Okay, so protage. So that is the compulsive desire of a person to rub the sex organ on some part of the body of another. Nakuha ninyo? Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Hindi ko kayo naririnig Hindi
Yes,
ko kayo
sir.
Okay. Or gusto niyo ay nandyan pa, okay. So gusto niyo yung sample hindi baka gusto niyo ng sample. Okay. So wag na no.
Please to believe.
Kapag mag-sample si ano na daw sino 'yon? Si JB na yung mag-sample no mamaya. Kapag hindi pa kayo satisfied sa example natin. Okay, so that is protage, okay? Compulsive sexual desire to a person to rub his organ on some part of the body. How about naman class yung voyeurism or peeping tom? Okay, so what is voyeurism or peeping tom? Bakit may mga watching porns dito? Agsisirip. Okay, ang voyeurism, of course, that is the compulsion to pee, okay, to see a person undress or perform other personal activities. Okay, that is voyeurism or the peeping Tom. Okay, so again, ang voyeurism or peeping Tom, okay? So halimbawa, yung sa boarding house niyo, binubutasan mo yung ibang sa kwarto ninyo. So that is voyeurism class. Okay, compulsion to pee, to see person undress or perform other personal activities. That is voyeurism or peeping Tom. Okay, undress or perform other personal activities. Okay, so yan. Okay, nakuha na. That is voyeurism. Nakuha na? Okay, so yan.
Yes, sir, sir.
Okay, so yan. Next tayo, ano natin yun yung tinatawag natin na voyeurism. Okay, let's move on na. Okay, dito tayo. Christopher Somoso. Alam mo. Christopher Somoso. Sige, pakibasa. Narinig ba ni Christopher? Ay, wala siguro. So, walang ano dito. How about si ano class? Si Latif. Latif? Ay, nandyan pa ba si Latif? Okay, so wala. Si Bertodazo. Bertodazo?
Sir,
Okay, sige, pag-ibasa. Then, sagutan natin.
what is a comprehensive study of a dead body performed by a trained physician using recognized section and techniques? Primarily to determine the true cause of death. A. Necropsy. B. Autopsy. C. Post-mortem examination. D. Euthanasia.
Okay, so what is a comprehensive study of a dead body performed by a trained physician using recognized dissection and techniques primarily to determine the true cause of death? Okay, so what is your answer, class, on the comment section, please? Okay, so what is that? Okay, of course, that is, okay. Ang sagot dyan, that is letter A. Okay, necropsy. Okay, kasi parehas lang naman yan sila't lahat. Okay, ang necropsy, autopsy, post-mortem, yung tinatawag natin na necropsy and autopsy, isa lang yan, class. Okay, so dito yan. Okay, so kaya class, ang sagot natin doon kanina is necropsy. Okay, yung first na nabanggit. Kasi of course, ang autopsy, that is the comprehensive study of a dead body para, of course, hihiwaan, no? Okay, i-open natin yung katawan to determine the true cause of death. Yung nangyari or ano talagang yung cause ng death niya. Okay, so we have, of course, the death examination and investigation. Of course, we have the two types of examination after death. We have the autopsy or abduction. So ang autopsy or abduction class or yung tinatawag rin natin na necropsy or autopsia cadaverum. Okay? So, isa lang yan sila klase, autopsy or abduction. Ibig sabihin, para malaman natin ang cause of death ng person, hihiwaan natin. So, with incision. So, that is autopsy or abduction. While ang second, we have the post-mortem examination or it is the external examination without incision. Ibig sabihin, class, nasa labas lang. External examination without incision. That is the post-mortem examination. External without incision. Walang hiwa. Okay? So while yung autopsy or abduction, merong hiwa yan. Okay, ang autopsy, nanggaling yan class sa ancient Greek word na autopsia. Ibig sabihin, to see for oneself or that is the examination of inside of the body to discover diseases and cause of death. Okay, or sorry, tinatawag natin to see for oneself. Again, ang autopsy, that is the galing yan sa ancient Greek or autopsia, to see for oneself or that is the examination of inside of the body to discover the diseases and cause of death or to see for oneself. Autopsy. Okay, so yan. Then, of course, we have the postmortem lividity. Okay, the postmortem. Ibig sabihin, yung word na Latin or yung post na Latin word na post, it meaning after, and mortem naman, ibig sabihin death. So that's why it is the examination after death of the person, but it is only limited class sa tinatawag natin na external. Sa labas lang. Kapag sa loob, yung incision or yung may hiwa, that is autopsy or autopsia cadaverum. Okay? So, yan. So, of course, ang purpose ng autopsy class, number 1, it aims to determine the following: the cause of death, the mode of death, and of course, the manner of death. The cause, the mode, and the manner of death. The state of the health of the person class before siya namatay. Okay? Then, of course, we have the virtopsy ngayon. Okay? So, we have the virtual autopsy. Again, ang virtopsy, that is the virtual autopsy. That is the virtual alternative to our traditional autopsy conducted with scanning and imaging technology through computer. Okay? Virtopsy class. Hindi na kailangan hiwaan. Okay? Virtopsy na. Virtually na lang i-examine ng doctor or yung physician yung dead person, kung ano yung cause, ano yung mode, ano yung manner, at of course, ano yung state of health of that person. Okay, so yun. Then of course, we have the forms of medical evidence. We have the real or autoptic evidence made known to the address to the senses of court pag sinabi natin sa medical or legal. Testimonial, of course, orally or under oath. We already discussed. Experimental, of course, mag-perform class ng certain experiments to prove a certain matter of facts. While the documentary, of course, written evidence presented by a physician in court. So ito yung forms ng medical evidence. Okay. Of course, ang medical evidence, it is a specific medical knowledge is necessary. Okay, so sanctioned by the law or of course, yan yung tinatawag natin specific medical examination. Then of course, ang medical evidence class, dapat it is relevant to the issue or it is related to the issue, not excluded by the rules of court of the Philippines. So that's the time matatanggap or it will be included or it will be accepted yung tinatawag na medical evidence kapag it is relevant and it is not excluded by the rules of court in the Philippines. Okay, but of course must correspond to the substance of the issue yung medical evidence to be accepted as evidence in court. Okay, of course, we have the methods of preserving the evidence: photography, sketching, description, testimony of the witness, and of course, we have the kinds of evidence necessary for conviction. We have the direct evidence and of course, the circumstantial evidence. Okay, so we have the test of circulation class. Again, we have the test of circulation. We have the MIT. So what is M? The Magnus test. Ano yung class? That is ligature test. While the diaphanous test naman, transillumination test, we have the ICAR test, of course, yung tinatawag na fluorescent dye on being injected at given site of a dead body. Okay, so while ang test of respiration or of breathing, Wenslow's test, kapag no movement of reflection or light shore on mirror or surface of the water in bowl that is kept on chest. Wenslow's test. Of course, last may explain na natin to ulit sa forensic. Yan. Then, of course, before tayo okay, so bukas, dito na tayo sa scramble kasi patapos na rin ang ating legal medicine. Okay, so alas 3 na pala. So, ayan, bukas tayo class mag-continue sa ating discussion sa legal medicine. After ng legal medicine class, may mga scramble na ako na ginawa dito. Then after, as a summary na, para para mas malaman natin. Mamaya bukas, so para ma-proceed tayo sa next discussion natin. Okay, so ilang 1, 2, 3, ayan. Ano na naman, dalawang scramble para i-test lang yung ninyo. Yung inyong knowledge. Okay, so it's already 3:09. So, okay, thank you for joining ang discussion.